All right. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. So I was fooling around with Libby's video, and I said, you know what the hell? I'll share what I'm doing with you guys. Might as well. So I'm using the VLC player. After focusing in on a specific area and zooming it in Pinnacle Studio, and then opening it up after that in VLC, and then using their functionality, where you can control the video effects. All right, so let's put the video up there. Let me stop that music. So I've already been playing with it a little bit. That's why it kind of looks a little bit weird. But it's starting to become clear. What's up, bootleg? She warrior. But first, let me show you the part of the video that I'm focusing in on. It's right about here. So right about here, we're focused in. Here's the original. And then what I did just before going live. Question is, are we looking at Ron Logan? For those who continue to push that narrative, maybe a little image analysis will put that to bed. And you guys be the judge. I'm seeing Ron Logan. So I even adjusted the sharpness a little bit. Take it off, put it back. Actually, you can kind of see what I'm doing here. Short legs. What if the pants are just kind of saggy? What's up, Tam? Tam B. Mustang, She Warrior. All right, let's do this. See if we can get a closer look. That one's pretty good right there. What's up, Tech Up? It's good to see you. Yep. Looks more like Richard Allen there. Oh, this one's kind of weird. I'm glad I decided to pull it up on the VLC player because this is very crisp. Let's take a closer look at that one. What's up, Jay? Right? Yeah, right there. It looks like a big nose. It's just so blurry. You see how there's kind of a face beside the face? Yeah, I kind of have one right here and then another one like right here. So you probably want to look right in the middle. Try to find a good frame. I'm going to try to find the most Ron Logan-esque frame. We're going to go out seeking. Might have something there. Yeah, it does kind of look like a scarf. Let's try that one. Yeah, he's definitely overdressed, Mark. And that's why he kind of gives the appearance of a similar upper body of similar to Ron Logan. But really it's kind of he's somewhat stocky, short stocky guy, but he's compared to Ron Logan, he's not that big. And here we can obviously see a man that has a lot of padding. So if you did the same thing to Ron Logan, isn't he going to appear much larger, maybe even more husky? So how would you explain that? going on, Leslie? Happy early 4th to you. And Canada Day. What's up, Mandy? What about the Carhartt emblem? Let me pull the jacket up. What's up, Ziggy? Might be able to work with this one. What's up, Brett? Let's sharpen that one up. You got to squint your eyes a little bit. Yep. I'm not seeing Ron Logan. But then again, this one looks like Tobe. Hell yeah, Kersey. Pick a Gat Jalasa to you too. Even some of the Kumi Sapapat. Know what I mean? Know what I'm saying? I don't know what that was. Catch me outside. How about that? The hell are we even looking at? Yeah, just my opinion. I know that it was quoted in an article because I had it. I used it a long time ago in a video. Just my opinion. I didn't hear him ever say it, but I read it in an article and he was quoted as saying it. I know there is some discussion. I think I have all the Dr. Oz stuff, and it's not there. Carhartt right here, maybe. Not that that matters a whole lot, right? It's kind of like a crease right here. Seems to be the same thing going on right here. You can even kind of see a little bit of orange. You see it? It's like a little hint. Just my opinion. Don't worry about it. We're not focusing on that right now. If you need to, you can always send me an email. Well, it looks like there's a crease right here, J Ray. You see it? Or maybe we can bring it out a little better. Mess with the contrast a little bit. Yeah, see right there. It's like a crease. Sorry. So you kind of have something right here, very similar going on right here. And this all seems to kind of, on Richard Allen's jacket, all of the creases point right at the Carhartt logo. It's kind of similar to this. See how it kind of flows that way? Just thinking out loud. What's up, Growing Crazy? But the picture of the jacket collected for evidence, in my opinion, is not the same jacket. It could be. It might be. If it is, he must have thought to himself, well, if I get rid of it and my wife knows that's the jacket that I wore, he doesn't want to alarm her. Because if he alarms her, then she'll alarm others. He won't be able to hide as easy. That one's kind of weird. Here, this one's kind of Ron Logan-esque. But it looks like you might have to tilt it. Maybe not. That looks weird. Yeah, I think it's possible he's wearing this very one right here. I know the blue doesn't seem to match, but it's just the lighting. You know, this blue right here matches up good, but this one's getting hit by direct sunlight. And I'm sure we could play with it to make it match. Probably the saturation. Right. Somewhere around there. Clyborg says windbreaker. Yeah, that blue screams windbreaker, but I think it's misleading. That's a good one. This one kind of looks like Dave McCain. Let me work on it a little bit. I don't know. Maybe that's as good as it's going to get. Hey, thanks, Mandy. I appreciate that. Yeah, this one looks a little bit like Dave McCain. Just a little bit. It's that damn Paridolia. Paridolia. It'll get you. Yeah, we'll go over all of them here in a little while and then get out of here. We're at about 15. We'll end at 20. That's right, J Ray. It's like the best image is he's just some scarecrow looking mofo. I think it's a little too sharp to drop that down a little bit. Growing crazily. Sleuth, do you think that Ron Logan was captured on the Hoosier Harvest Store video also? You know, leaving for the fish aquarium store? It's a good question. It's my understanding that they cleared him somehow. Like law enforcement, they're like, he's cleared. So you think he would go in that direction, right? It's a good question. Calm down, J Ray. Calm down. It's funny for a little while. Yeah, that looks like a holster right there, huh? Yeah, right there. That's the one I want. And that's the type of holster that he has. The one in the photograph, it's not brown, it's black. But yeah, that looks like he's got a gun in a holster and his hand on the gun. It really does. He doesn't walk like Ron Logan. He has a different gait. They don't walk the same. Like this right here, that's not Ron Logan. It's just not. I'm sorry. I can't say, hey, that's Richard Allen. But what I can say is that it's definitely not Ron Logan. It's a pretty good image right here. See the eyeball? It's like they're smoking something. There's even some scruff going on right here. Holster looks very similar to the one Richard Allen carries. Let's see. Let's pull it up. It's even the same shape. See this little indention right here? And you can even somewhat see the loop. Paridolia. What's up, Julia Burns? Garrett Kurtz, don't you see the mole? Ha! You know what's interesting though is that Ron Logan was good friends with Garrett Kurtz's father. Um, from my understanding, was not a nice person. Animal cruelty charges, and then look at the son that he had. Like, no offense, but I mean, come on. Your son is a serial killer. So you I mean, what is it? The nut doesn't fall too far from the tree. And apparently that was Ron Logan's best friend. So what does that say about Ron Logan? He might have some secrets. Oh, apple does fall far from the tree. The family tree is full of nuts. Yeah, the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. That's what I was looking for. That one looks like Richard Allen. Ooh, what was that? What's going on, Louise? Welcome in, Julia, Louise, Jari. Did I miss anybody? This will be our 10-minute warning. So here we're going to find one more. Then we'll go through all of the slides that we've collected. Yeah, his. You're right, Neil. The gait is very similar to Richard Allen. Ron Logan has a very different gait. Richard Allen's a little bit more bow-legged. Oh, that one's really good. Oh shit. Yeah, I mean, there's Richard Allen right there. Yeah, there's no denying that. Yeah, let's clip this one. This is a good one to end on. There he is. There's the little guy. All right. So I think that does it. I think that pretty much debunks it all. We'll go here. We'll close this down. And we'll start with that last one and work our way back down. Yep. There's Ricky. There you are, Peter. Wonky knees, saggy jowls. Should I think it? I think it's Kid Rock. Yeah, that one's pretty good right there. No Ron Logan, just Richard Allen. So this looks like a miniature Ron Logan. I mean, we all know who that really looks like. It's like, damn, I hate the one that proves that it's him. Yeah, absolutely. With a couple layers on, Neil. That's what we're doing, J Ray. We're slowly unpeeling this banana or banana head. Yeah, young guy sketch was Betsy Blair, Julia. Yep, no Ron Logan, just Richard Allen. We tried. I don't know. She said he had a boyish appearance. And I think given the right light for Richard Allen, and let's say he just got to the bridge and he was looking for the girls and they weren't there, he probably thought he had some downtime. Like, maybe I'll just relax for a second. Take off my my skull cap, pull down this scarf around my neck or t-shirt or whatever that is, and I'll enjoy a cigarette, and I'll go back to stalking on Snapchat and see where they are. And it's at that very moment Betsy Blair pulls up, gets a really good look at him. He's looking up at the sky, looking up, so his skin doesn't seem like it's kind of had the gravity's effect on it, giving him the appearance of a younger person. The lighting and just the positioning of the way his head and the angle he was looking. I think he might have been looking up at that very moment. When you smoke a cigarette, you kind of blow the smoke upward. That's probably what he was doing. And she probably only got like a split second. It was probably 1 second, right? Walk up to the bridge, see him, turn around, that's it. You completely forget about the guy. Yeah, it could have been a skull cap, Julia. Remember, it's just like a snapshot. Boom, snapshot, and then it's out of your mind. And then a day or maybe 2 days later, you're supposed to remember. You're like, oh shit, the way I remember was kind of a boyish. Because maybe at that split second when she was getting her snapshot, he had his head up and he might have looked young. Because I have a couple photos where Richard Allen, when he has his head up and in the right lighting, he looks young. Boyish. And then also he's short, right? A lot of people, I think, associate being short with being younger. So if he looked clean shaven, short, maybe that's just the way she remembered it. Yeah, there's no Ron Logan here. So if Ron Logan participated in these murders, he's not the bridge guy. I mean, that's clear as day. Look at this. This guy's short as shit. Round head. Here's a good one. We know who that is. So unless they're connected. All right, guys, that's going to do it. Thanks for hanging out. I figure if I was going to go and mess around with the video and see what all the hubbub was about, apparently people look at this video and they can see Ron Logan. Apparently there was 15 people tipped in Ron Logan. Even his lying cousin said, hey, that did look like Ron Logan. His girlfriend knew it was him before she even saw the photograph. Jeez. I mean, he must be guilty. Right? There's no bias there. But anyway, I don't see it. You guys be the judge. And I'll see you in about an hour and a half. Peace.